This episode of the Game Changing Attorney Podcast is intended for mature audiences only. It is presented raw and unfiltered to preserve the integrity of the conversation that follows. That's David Goggins, retired Navy SEAL, ultra-endurance athlete, and New York Times best-selling author of Can't Hurt Me and his latest book, Never Finished, Unshackle Your Mind and Win the War Within.
Like, most of my true ability comes from the discipline of mind.
In each episode of this podcast, I sit down with innovative market leaders from the legal industry and beyond to learn from those who thrive in the face of adversity, challenge the status quo, and define what it means to be a true game changer. I sat down with David Goggins to discuss how to transform criticism into fuel for growth, why discipline separates the good from the great, and how to unleash your inner savage.
I got something to tell you. You can compete with the top minds in the world if you're willing to armor and callous your fucking mind and outwork them motherfuckers and dig deep. When most people see four walls, I see a massive empty space that deserves all kind of creativity to make it look beautiful.
That's coming up on the Game Changing Attorney Podcast. David, welcome to the podcast.
Hey man, thanks for having me on, bro. Appreciate it.
I already know right up front that this is probably going to be one of our most popular podcasts. And it's interesting because I want to talk a little bit about the most recent book, Never Finished. And I heard things even in the process of writing my second book. Everyone would tell me that the first one's always better. The second one's not as good. And with a book like Can't Hurt Me, that was probably one of the greatest books of all time. Now, personally, I believe you topped it. The second book is better than the first. The first one's phenomenal. But why even write a second book? You talk about the fact this is not a self-help book. You said it's really kind of a boot camp for your brain, and you talk about the difference between hope and belief.